Paulie, how good does it feel to be back in this locker room with the guys on the ice and just back in Pittsburgh in general?
Yeah, it's been a long time, too long. So like you said, it is good to be back and see all the guys and get back out on the ice and get ready for the season.
And how has these last 9 or so months been for you? I mean, you do your normal off-season training, and then once that's done, like, kind of how do you go about staying in shape for what's happening now?
Yeah, I mean, after a while it gets a little monotonous, so you have to find ways to mix it up, and that's a frustrating part. Is one week you think you're playing, the next week you're not. So it's just maintaining that focus and then knowing that you can be playing at any time and making sure you're ready.
I mean, do you kind of feel like at this point you're probably in the best shape conditioning-wise that you can be?
Yeah, I mean, I feel good. I mean, it's been, like you said, you have that summer to get ready, and then you have a couple extra months add on top of that, so it'll be a good start.
And obviously you've never been through this before, but kind of what are you expecting with a shortened camp and a shortened season and just what the atmosphere will be like?
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be intense. I think all the games and points will be magnified, and it's a short amount of time to prepare for a season, especially with what you're going to do on the ice. So I'm sure camp will be short, but it'll be a lot of intense and focus going into what we're going to do out there.
Yeah, and obviously it's going to be a shorter roster, but there are some great prospects in the blue line that might be making a case. Like, kind of how are you feeling about the depth and the competition that's going to be on defense?
Yeah, it'll be good. I think if you look at the prospects that we have, the most that are on the back end, and that's a good thing, a good problem to have. So I mean, there'll definitely be some competition back there, and it's good.
Does that long layoff just kind of get you just more and more anxious and ready and hungry to kind of get going?
Definitely. I mean, it's frustrating to think you're going to play 1 week and then know you're not for a month, and then so I think that's a tough part. But as players, we just prepare like we're going to be playing soon, and obviously the longer the wait, the more excited we are to get back on the ice.
And have you been in Minnesota this whole time? Where have you been?
Yeah, I've been in Minnesota for most of the lockout. So
you were at the game last night.
Maybe the guys who played there and guys who are from there, was it kind of a mix?
Yeah, it was a good mix. A lot of about half of them were Wild guys, and then a lot of other guys that are from Minnesota. There's quite a few, so we'd have about 30, 35 sometimes. Sometimes it got a bit too many guys out there, but it definitely was some good skates, and we do some scrimmages and stuff. So keep busy.
You're probably able to do 5-on-5 pretty regularly.
Yeah, we'd have 2 or 3 lines on each team sometimes, so it got a little much, but we'd shorten it a little bit every once in a while. So we definitely had a lot of guys.
With that many guys, with the quality of guys, were you able to keep at least as close as you could?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was all NHL guys. I mean, and then some of us that played at Minnesota skated with the college team every once in a while, so we were able to get more ice there. So we just took advantage of all the ice that we could get, and it was a good group of guys, and mostly NHLers. So.
Who acted as coach for you guys?
Coach, we really didn't have a coach. We'd have a ref come in and stuff, but some of the college coach would come in and run drills for us for the first half and stuff. So we were doing some of that stuff too. So,
Paul, your name's come up a lot since we've been back talking to the guys, and everybody talks about bounce back. What is your thought on what happened last year and what's going to be different this year?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what the theme was at the end of last year, and I finished strong last year with the weight in the categories that you want to see, and so to have a better year this year is important to me, and definitely to help the team. So,
what was encouraging to you at the end of last year?
Well, I just think we changed some partners. We got started to play a little better, get some points, get some pluses back up. I mean, I finished with the same amount of points I did the year before, but definitely I know that I can play a lot better. So.
And did you have a feeling throughout the year it wasn't clicking for whatever reason? Did it feel like an off year?
No, I mean, sometimes you just feel like nothing goes your way, but that's not ever the case. So at the same time, you just need to work through it and get ready for next year, and that's what I've been doing. So.
Any thoughts on your confidence? Is that what it's always been?
No, I mean, I've always been confident in my abilities. I think, last year definitely when things are going your way, you get, I've always been hard on myself and expected a lot out of myself. So certain times you definitely get frustrated with the game and with myself. So I think this year a different mindset will suit me well.